Could a single moment affect the WNBA's future forever? A single deed on the court transformed a player into a hero for some and a villain for others, causing unanticipated consequences. This story explores commitment, courage, and a league's inability to ignore a storm. Before we continue, I would like to request a short favor. If you love this article, please like and subscribe. More than 98% of viewers do not subscribe. It's absolutely free, but it helps us continue to share powerful tales like these. Already subscribed? Thank you. We sincerely appreciate your support. The league's issues with questionable refereeing and escalating tensions were exacerbated by a single memorable occurrence on one night. The central name is Sophie Cunningham. Sophie, known for her strength and daring enthusiasm, recently became the center of a debate that divided admirers. She surprised everyone with an unexpected turn of events. Sophie launched a complaint against WNBA Commissioner Cathy Engelbert after being suspended for what many felt was a protective measure. So, how did it get here? Imagine this. The game is already on edge. Missed calls piled up, causing frustration. Caitlin Clark, a rookie phenom, is in the center of the storm, lighting up the league. However, she did not impress with her shooting or passing skills that night. She was subjected to further mistreatment, with referees ignoring the situation. The tension was palpable on screen. The audience wasn't having it. Their chants resounded like thunder across the arena. Sophie, Sophie, Sophie. She overheard them. She did not respond with trash language or stare down. Instead, she let her game speak for itself. She traveled across the country with a sense of purpose. Her eyes were filled with fire, leading to a memorable moment in WNBA history. The fight began with JCS Sheldon striking Caitlin, followed by Marina Maberry knocking Clark to the ground. There was no ejection, whistle, or flagrant violation, only stillness. But Sophie was not silent. She responded with a powerful foul, which shook the court and discourse. For some, it was too much. Others saw it as the necessary outcome.
Pictures that's come out about that. She is standing in front of Caitlin Clark laughing afterwards. Not seeing if she's okay, not checking on her, but laughing. Man, I got to tell you, I don't know what's wrong with the players in this league. I don't know where this nasty, vindictive streak is coming from. Have no idea. I mean, it doesn't matter if Caitlin Clark, let's say Caitlin Clark was talking
Yeah. Just go tomorrow. You're on the Las Vegas Strip. What can the Las Vegas expect from Sophie?
Oh, you know what? I'm just going to be me. I don't go in there trying to predetermine anything. I'm dialed in. I need to focus on hitting my shots, making sure I'm executing the schemes right. I'm not focused on the extracurricular activities. And you know what? During that, it was just part of the game. I think the refs had a lot to do with that. It was a build-up for a couple of years now of them just not protecting, the star player of the WNBA. And so at the end of the day, I'm going to protect my teammates. That's what I do. And I'm a team player, so.
Definitely the W, especially if Sophie Cunningham is going to continue to fight people for messing with Caitlin Clark, because it feels like Caitlin Clark is going to get treated in a certain way in this league for a long time. She's not a rookie anymore. Okay? She's already proved herself. She's won. And then there were some, ladies last night that were trying to go a little physical. And in last year, I think something we noticed, and I think a lot of people noticed, is when Caitlin would get bullied, nobody would do nothing.
That's right.
Nobody would do nothing. It was like, hey, they didn't know, like, whoa, I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe people are doing this to Caitlin Clark. Teammates weren't jumping in there. They bring in Sophie Cunningham. I had no idea. Sophie Cunningham was a black belt at the age of 6.
Yeah. Yep.
Boom!
Wow.
JC Sheldon, that's cute. You want to poke her in the eye, then push her into a boom, Mabry thing? Go ahead. I'll take a take foul, and you'll eat the deck a little bit here. And then we'll get it. I love it. I know people aren't going to like this. I like the Connecticut team doing what they did as well. Yeah. I don't like the blindside cheap shot. I don't like the poking.
The league quickly issued a suspension. Sophie's actions were deemed excessive by the media. However, admirers saw something different. This wasn't an inexpensive shot. This was not out-of-control hostility. This teammate refused to tolerate disorder on the court. Fever fans referred to it as the team's missing spark. Commentators began calling her the enforcer. It quickly gained popularity on social media. Sophie's name became viral in 48 hours, trending on ESPN, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Her jersey sold out within hours. Her followers are increasing by the hundreds of thousands. Sophie Cunningham Hammonds, a well-known name among WNBA fans, has sparked a nationwide controversy. But what made it more than just a foul? It was not about a single play. It was about what it symbolized. Fans waited months for someone to stand up after Caitlin Clark was repeatedly shoved, knocked down, and elbowed. But officials remained nothing. The league can't keep quiet any longer. Caitlin Clark, one of the most important WNBA stars in recent years, appeared to have unlimited opportunities. Over time, players became more aggressive, hits became more powerful, and the league's quiet became more noticeable. Sophie Cunningham, a player, refused to let the situation continue. By stepping up, she not only protected a teammate but also completely changed the story. The reactions came quickly. Some fans reacted strongly. Thousands of people signed online petitions calling for Sophie to be permanently expelled from the league. Consider that forever. However, the praise for her was equally loud. Her social media presence elevated her to the status of folk hero. Merch flooded Etsy and Redbubble. Sophie, the bodyguard. Sophie, the protector. Declared content includes posts, artwork, and t-shirts. She is the missing piece of the WNBA puzzle. Behind the scenes, the league had already made their choice. The suspension stood. No appeal or reconsideration. Sophie then revealed the shocking truth. She filed a lawsuit. Yes, you heard that correctly. Sophie launched a federal complaint against the WNBA and Commissioner Cathy Engelbert. Legal analysts analyzed the filing overnight to understand its implications. The lawsuit alleged that the league defamed Sophie and portrayed her as a threat to the integrity of the game. Her legal team contended that this was not a reckless act of aggression. They claimed Sophie was targeted because she was protecting someone. Let that settle in for a second. The lawsuit accused the league of selectively applying penalties against Sophie while ignoring similar or worse offenses by other players.
And why?
This time, the focus was on defending Caitlin Clark, despite the league's apparent unwillingness to do so. Sophie's team presented their argument with accuracy. According to them, Sophie was penalized for more than just the infraction. She was punished for accomplishing what the league refused to do. The league attempted to suppress her after supporters loved her and her name became widely visible on social media and in headlines. However, the situation becomes much more complicated. Her claim was not limited to a single incident in court. The WNBA has had a history of inconsistent disciplinary practices. Receipts showed that other players received little punishment for harsher hits and infractions compared to them. Sophie suffered significant consequences, including suspension and reputational damage. Her slander claim alleges that the league branded her rather than simply benching her. Sophie's growing fame became inconvenient as fans rallied around her, fever jerseys sold out, and the club used the viral moment to promote merchandise and boost social media engagement. Suddenly, the league lost control of the story. Sophie's legal brief includes many remarks, comments, and media reactions, demonstrating the widespread support for her position. Former players and prominent analysts all expressed similar sentiments. Sophie took the initiative when others were unwilling. Instead of being recognized, she received punishment. Sophie could have gone on TV. Despite the opportunity to respond, she chose not to do so during interviews. She remained calm and focused, allowing her activities to end. Her legal fight now speaks for her. But here's the question. The league office seemed unprepared to respond. What happens when fans no longer support the league? Despite Sophie's cool demeanor in the spotlight, their team was working for a larger goal than just personal defense. The investigation extended beyond Sophie Cunningham. It was about culture. A culture that considers protecting star players optional. In this culture, advocating for a teammate may result in severe consequences. Sophie's case had a significant impact on the sports world, but its true meaning goes deeper. Fans were aware of recent developments. They've become cynical. They've witnessed unusual officiating decisions and on-court conflicts. The unresolved brawls. The WNBA leadership had already come under pressure. Sofa's looking has made them unable to overlook something. Accountability. Caitlin Clark has fans. Oh, they caught on to this quickly. Sophie was seen as more than just a player who committed a foul. She became a symbol, a mark indicating that someone was not just challenging an opponent. Someone was questioning a system that had previously ignored issues. Sophie quickly rose from a gritty role player to an iconic figure. Limited edition re-releases of her jerseys sold out quickly, making it difficult to obtain in stock. Her nickname, the Bodyguard, has been immortalized in highlight reels, memes, and audience chants. Her suspension became a brand-defining moment, and the financial consequences are huge. Sports agents claim her marketability has doubled. Endorsements are gathering at her door. Brands such as energy drinks, sporting apparel, and talk programs are aiming to capitalize on the growing loyalty among consumers. Fans were dissatisfied with the lack of action on the floor. Caitlin Clark's followers have been watching her hit the deck night after night. No whistle means no protection. Fans waited for many to step up. Sophie not only took a stand, she became it. This litigation has sparked speculation that it could lead to unintended consequences. If Sophie wins, and the league settles quietly, what prevents other players from stepping forward if they feel wronged? The league is apparently hustling behind closed doors. The optics are poor and the precedent is much worse for them. Cathy Engelbert is the commissioner herself. There is no official statement or explanation, only silence. Caitlin Clark remained polished throughout. There is no direct comment on the lawsuit. During a recent press conference, she expressed gratitude for her colleagues' heartfelt play, unwavering commitment, and supportive supporters. They clearly understood the subtext. The issue extends beyond a single foul. This is not merely a sports story. It's a cultural flashpoint. News outlets that typically don't cover women's basketball are now running features. Debate shows, podcasts, and morning TV are analyzing down material frame by frame. Was Sophie's nasty language too much? Did the league overreact? Is this what occurs when a league loses control over its own narrative? What happens next could have long-term implications for the WNBA. I have a persistent question. Should Sophie Cunningham be penalized for doing what others have done without consequences? Despite the clamor and controversy, one thing remains certain. Sophie Cunningham will not back down. Her legal team is moving at full speed. This is not just about money. The opposite is true. They are seeking a retraction. They want the suspension removed from her record. Fans want the league to admit what they already know. Sophie's intentions were never evil. Most importantly, they want the league to address the long-standing issue of double standards.